So last weekend, the M&M went to the cinema to watch Obsession. And while we were laughing at Bear and calling him an incel, we also felt sad for both versions of Nikki, as Wish Nikki was also trying her best to make Bear happy, while the real Nikki was suffering on the inside.
And while it seems like something that only happens in the movies, upon further analysis, we realize that this is actually symbolism for a deeper problem in reality.
Is it?
Our generation has normalized the term LARPing. It means to act a certain way to be admired by others. And this is most prevalent when it comes to begging some fine shit, you know what I mean? But then again, as human beings, when we see a thing looking this leads us to act in a certain way that we think would make us like us, even if it comes at the expense of our happiness.
But then, it's the same thing that we saw with Nikki. And all this could have been avoided if Bear just avoided this one simple bloody thing, which is to never idolize your crush. And if my man had just seen her as who she is and not who he wanted her to be, he would have realized that their personality would never have worked out with each other in the first place.
True. So think about this. How often it actually happens in real life? Let's take Mr. Haywood for example.
Who?
Haywood Jablomi has a crush on an original ABG named Sid Yingping. And instead of actually getting to know the thing, he decided to use his second head to think and convince himself that she is perfect. So while he avoids all the red flags, he then goes on a couple dates with her. And as the relationship goes on, he realizes she ain't really who he thinks she is. Then it leads to him to change his behavior to appease Sin Yinping. And while on the outside, Mr. Jablomi looked happy as a bee with a Betty by his side. Damn. On the inside, Mr. Haywood is screaming like how the real Nikki was screaming in the movie.
So therefore, to avoid Bear's mistake is to grow some balls and to get to know her more before making assumptions like a geek. And the lesson of this video is to never put the pussy on the pedestal. Because no matter how perfect she seems, she can never live up to the person you created in your second head.